Hi everybody, welcome back to Reverie Acupuncture. I wanted to talk to you today about the topic of my newest blog post, which is about the Winter Solstice seasonal node. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about seasonal nodes, I would go check out the blog post because I don't want to take up all your time today trying to explain, how the year is broken down into the 24 seasonal nodes. So definitely click the link below if you want to check that out. So the winter solstice seasonal node does not actually start on the winter solstice. It starts the day after. It starts December 22nd and goes until January 4th. Now, if you want to live seasonally during the winter solstice seasonal node, in general, if you follow the typical seasonal living tips for winter, you'll be good. Put on a hat if you go outside, scarf, socks, all the things your mom told you. Make sure you're drinking nice warming beverages like tea and all of that. But if you want to take it up a notch and make sure that you are living with how yang and qi move throughout the year, then this is the video for you. So the winter solstice is a very special day because it is the longest night of the year and the shortest day of the year. But across cultures, it is celebrated as a day of hope because since it is the shortest day of the year, every day after this gets a little bit brighter, a little bit sunnier. The darkest night of the year is a celebration of light. How cool is that? So when we're thinking about it from a traditional Chinese medicine standpoint, we're thinking about it as the seed of yang born within the seed of yin. You can think about that with the yin-yang symbol. It's that little spot of white in that field of black. So that is what we're going to try and support. And the way we do that is, number one, sleep. So sleep is the best yang tonic in the world. It beats every herb out there. It beats every acupuncture point. It beats every qigong exercise. The best way to preserve and build your yang is a good night of sleep. And for the winter solstice seasonal node, the rule of thumb is early to bed, late to rise. Sleep in as long as you can. Stay under blankets as much as you can. Just don't expend your yang qi if you don't need to. The second way we live seasonally during the winter solstice seasonal node is by supporting our digestion. So if we support our digestion, we don't have to tap into our yang qi as we go out through the day. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what I mean by kidney and spleen, definitely check out the How to Talk to Your Acupuncturist 101 blog post as to go into more detail, but I'm going to be using the organs here. So your yang qi, how we support it is we support the kidneys. How we support the digestion is with the spleen. So what we want to make sure that we're doing during this time of year is eating red meat because that builds our qi and blood super well. We want to eat congee, which is kind of a rice soup or rice gruel. I know that gruel kind of makes some of us cringe, but it's really easy to digest. If it's easy to digest, it doesn't tax our stomachs. And if it's not taxing our stomachs, if we run out of qi and blood, we don't tap into our yang qi. So rice gruel, fantastic. I'm putting together a recipe, hopefully, so that everybody will have some nice, yummy rice gruel that they can have during this seasonal node. Oatmeal is kind of like a Western version of that we're all very familiar with. So if you're not quite ready for congee, just eat oatmeal. Pardon me. So another way to do it is to start to eat gently acrid rising foods to kind of mimic that rise of yang. So things like green onions, ginger and garlic, black pepper is another good one. Just season your foods with that. In general, just kind of with the rest of winter season, I want you to be eating soups and stews. This is definitely crock-pot season, so get out your crock-pot. And if you are going to eat a heavy meal, because this is kind of prime holiday season, make sure that you're finishing up your meal with a nice acrid black tea or something like that, just to support your spleen and stomach for moving everything on through. Okay, so the third thing that you can do to live seasonally during the winter solstice seasonal node is gentle exercise. So the main thing that I like to tell people when it comes to winter is don't exercise too much. If someone's coming in with qi and blood deficiency, or maybe some signs of kidney qi deficiency, and they're also telling me that they're going out for winter runs, I ask them to stop that because they're taxing their yang qi. But if we also think about the seed of yang being born within the sea of yin, what we really want is to kind of mimic that in our own lives. So how do we do that? We do very gentle exercises so that we're moving and not staying still. Because if we stay too still in the cold of winter, we create stagnancy, and when there's stagnancy, there's pain and illness. So stretching, restorative yoga, tai chi, and qigong. Those are excellent options. Just like find 15-20 minutes in your day to just like lay down and stretch. Even if 5 minutes of it is legs up the wall, you're still opening those channels and allowing your qi and blood to move. Okay, so that's it. If you want to see more details, make sure you click the link below to check out the new blog post about living seasonally for winter solstice. I'm hoping to have more of these seasonal node videos coming up, so make sure that you watch out around January 4th. I'll try and put up the small cold video because that's the next seasonal node, so that you guys can prepare a little bit. I'm also going to share this on Instagram for those of you who aren't following me on YouTube, and I hope that this all made sense. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. You can go to my website, www.reveryacupuncture.com, and find the contact form there. Or you can shoot me a DM. I'm at reverie_acupuncture on Instagram and at reveryacupuncture on Facebook. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find this helpful. Stay warm, move that yang qi gently, support your digestion, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.